What's the creepiest thing a child has ever said to you? My best friend has a son 6 months older than mine. They've been best friends their entire lives. When the boys were about 4/5 years old, her son would talk about how he and my son knew each other in the before time when they were soldiers in the war. He'd sadly added, "My son doesn't remember it though." He brought it up so much that sometimes they'd argue, and he'd tell my son he has to remember, and my son would be so frustrated with him, not knowing what he was talking about. He'd get really upset that my son didn't remember the before time with him. We asked him to describe what he remembers once, just to see how much sounded made up. He described what they wore, and it sounded a lot like World War I or World War II soldier attire. This kid had no internet access and no cable TV in his house at this point. No nearby kids to play with besides my son. Nothing to watch but kids' movies because his mom was careful about what she exposed him to. He couldn't read, and he wasn't in school yet. So where did it all come from? That's the creepy part for me. Any kid can make up a story or have a vivid dream, but this particular kid had no way of even understanding what he was describing at that age.